This is the Anker Nebula Cosmos Full HD 1080p home projector. So we actually got this projector about 2 weeks ago, and it has made us fall in love with movie night all over again. Because since COVID, we haven't been able to go to any movies, but that has changed. So prior to actually getting this projector, Chelsey and I went to our local Staples store and picked one up for, I think around $900 or something in there. We brought it home, set it up, and the picture was absolutely beautiful. We loved it, it looked really good. However, buying one of those more traditional projectors that you see at Staples or something is more like buying an old school TV, and this is like buying a smart TV. Let me explain. Now, just imagine this was the more traditional projector that we picked up at Staples. So the first thing we did was place it on the table here so that it could get cast on the wall that's over here. The next thing we had to do is plug it in for power, which is no big deal. Every single projector is gonna need power. The first thing that we learned is that it wasn't long enough, so we had to get an extension cord out. Now that we have power, the next thing that we can do is turn it on and project something up there. But we don't have anything to watch because inside the older projector, there wasn't anything actually to watch. We had to hook something up. So we had to get a laptop. Got a laptop, plugged it in, turned it on. Wow, image looks great, but guess what? There's still no sound. So what do we have to do? We had to go and get a speaker in order to hear anything of any decent quality. So now we just went from having this small projector on the coffee table, projecting an awesome image onto our wall, to all of a sudden taking up the whole living room with all this stuff. And all of a sudden, this wasn't fun anymore and took all the fun of having a movie night. But thankfully, the Nebula projector changed all that for us. Now, before we get into our opinion and our favorite features, here's some quick specs. This projector features a 1080p HD picture with 900 lumens of brightness and a 10-foot wide picture. It has HLG upscaling on non-HDR images, which basically means it just makes any image look awesome. It has Dolby 360 digital speakers, surround sound built in, and it also includes Android TV 9.0, which means you have access to over 7,000 apps and streaming services right from inside this projector. It also has Google Assistant and Chromecast built in so that you can just cast from your phone, iPad, or your computer without any cables. On the back, there's 2 HDMI ports, 2 USB ports, and an Ethernet port if you plan to make this more of a permanent fixture like your classic projectors. And on the bottom, there's also a tripod screw, which we take full advantage of, which I'll show you in a second. So there are a few features on this projector that really make it stand out, and to me, it is what makes it the smartest projector that I've ever seen. And the first is that it has Android TV built right into this box. Unlike those traditional projectors that I was talking about earlier, you don't have any extra cords to plug in to actually watch something. And you can just stream from something as simple as your phone or your computer with no cords. It's an actual game changer, and I really need to thank Anker for including that in this projector. The other thing that I really appreciate that they included in this was the fact that they put in Google Assistant built right into this remote. So if you're sitting here, you actually don't even need your phone as long as it's connected to your Wi-Fi, and you can just hit the button and say, play stock footage on YouTube.
Here's what I found on YouTube.
Yeah, 11 hours of Under the Sea.
There we go. Now, for some reason, if Google Assistant isn't really your thing, the other thing that they've included that I've gotten a ton of use out actually is the Nebula Connect app on your phone. So instead of having the remote, you can use this Nebula Connect to type out something. So never again do you have to use these 4 arrows to type in your password. Those days are over. You can get out your phone, get out the keyboard, type it way quicker. That's a little pet peeve of mine that has been solved with this. And the other thing that you can do is actually use this as a mouse. So there's a little pad that comes up and you can scroll around and you can have a mouse on screen. Again, rather than using all 4 of these buttons to get where you need to go, you can use a mouse, which is just way more efficient. The other feature that we get lots of use out of on this projector is this tripod screw on the bottom. So we have this extra tripod laying around most of the time. So what we'll do is screw this on, attach it to the tripod so that we don't have to take up any room on our coffee table anymore. And we can also move it around the room. So if you don't want it sitting out in front of you, you can move it 45 degrees to either side, up or down, and will automatically readjust to your screen so that it's actually square and not off center, which makes more room for snacks on the coffee table. So the last thing that we wanted to talk about is actually the picture quality. So we posted that we got this about a couple weeks ago on Instagram. So if you're not following on Instagram, there's a link below. You can follow us on Instagram so you can see these previews of these videos before they come out. And in the middle of the day, when we have sun just blaring in, we have all the windows and the blinds open, we have all the lights on, the picture really isn't too usable. However, in the middle of the day, when we close all of our blinds and we turn the lights off, there's still quite a bit of light coming in, and the image at that point is pretty usable. And we've definitely watched something in the middle of the day in here before. However, when it does get dark out and we get it really dark in here, that's when the image shines and looks absolutely phenomenal. After using this projector for the last couple of weeks, I am very confident in saying that this is our most favorite piece of tech, especially during these COVID lockdowns. We are getting a ton of use out of it. And now I'm actually looking forward to rainy days like this and being stuck inside so that we have an awesome way to waste some time. Thankfully, we are lucky enough to have this huge white wall over here that we can cast a great image to wirelessly and sounds fantastic without taking up a bunch of space in our living. So a big thank you to Anker for creating this awesome projector. We're gonna get a ton of use out of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video and found it helpful, please hit that like button. If you have any questions about the Nebula Cosmos HD projector, you can leave a comment down below. Or if you wanna see more videos like this or see any of our weekly vlogs, you can hit that subscribe button and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.